I wish. What? That shorty. No backboard. Gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead. Touchdown like that. Hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Like work the middle, work. Work the middle, work the middle, work.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's week 3 of the EA Sports.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry for Carlos Hyde. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the...
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game in the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup.
Complete to Michael Gallup. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 5. 1st down, Dallas.
A gain of...
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that 1st round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a 1st-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had 1st-round grades on them.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and now it's 3rd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He'll find Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Benson Mayowa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18. This to Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott letting one fly deep for Coop. It got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. And even 40 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Prescott down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run for Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Pollard. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Dix on the coverage.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
Or try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Again, Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Russell Wilson sacked.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Seahawks.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Now it's Wilson being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A first down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score, Seahawks.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
This is Carson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're really excited.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain.
Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Michael.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Dorsett. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
DK Metcalf and the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Brings up third and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A second and 10 now. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At their own 44.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
He was brought
second down at 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Prescott off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Oh, no.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Cowboys, 38.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. That'll a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To C.D. Lamb.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
First and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It's a gain of
ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing again here, Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again is Wilson. The quick slant caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. This to Jarwin.
Prescott's pass.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. First down, a run with Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the... And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 31 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
On the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Wilson's pass intercepted.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again. And as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
At the 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Yards to go.
To the air again, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for C.D. Lamb. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
Prescott.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Prescott yet again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Pass intended for DK Metcalf.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the